Have you ever spent an entire hour scrolling through Netflix just to give up and go to sleep? You aren't lazy and you aren't indecisive. You are suffering from a specific glitch in your internal hardware called the maximizer bug. We're told from birth that only the best will do. But what if that belief is the very thing keeping you stuck? There's a strange, uncomfortable mystery in human behavior. Research shows that people who earn 20% more money than their peers often end up being 7 times more likely to fall into a deep depression. It sounds completely backwards. Why would having more money, more resources, and more choices make your life worse? Today, we're going to perform a clinical audit of your decision-making software to reveal why your obsession with the best is physically destroying your ability to be happy. If you've ever felt like you're winning on paper but losing in real life, you are about to discover the hidden synchronization error in your brain. Imagine you're standing in the middle of a supermarket aisle. In front of you is a display with 24 different kinds of gourmet jam. You stop, you look, and you might even taste a few, but then you walk away without buying anything. Now imagine that same display only has 6 jams. Suddenly, you pick one and walk away happy. This isn't just a guess, it's a famous study that proves your brain has a choice ceiling. When you have too many options, your hardware gets overwhelmed and enters a state of analysis paralysis. You spend so much energy comparing every tiny detail that you run out of mental RAM to actually enjoy the choice you made. Does this sound like your dating life or your career path? You were so busy looking for the 100-point soulmate or the perfect job that you're ignoring the 80-point reality right in front of you that could actually make you smile. You aren't searching for quality, you're just mining your own peace of mind. Here is a secret that your operating system doesn't want you to know. Having a return policy on your life is making you miserable. In a fascinating experiment, 2 groups of people were asked to choose a high-quality photo to keep. One group was told they could exchange it later if they changed their minds. The other was told their choice was final. The group that was stuck with their choice ended up loving their photo. The group that had the option to change, they hated it. This happens because your brain has a built-in psychological immune system that only kicks in when a decision is permanent. When you burn the bridges, your hardware forces you to find reasons to be happy with where you are. But when you keep your options open, you stay in a state of perpetual doubt. You think you're keeping your freedom, but you're actually just keeping your misery. Why are you still holding on to the return label for your current life? Why is it that the silver medalist in the Olympics is almost always more miserable than the bronze medalist? The silver medalist is thinking, if I had just been 1 second faster, I'd have the gold. This is called counterfactual thinking, your brain's ability to simulate a what-if world that doesn't exist. The problem is that your brain is a world-class liar. It compares your real messy life to an imaginary perfect version. Every time you think about the one that got away or the business you didn't start, you're injecting a virus into your operating system. You are punishing yourself for not achieving a fantasy. You're effectively running a background program that tells you this isn't enough 24 hours a day. Is it any wonder your battery is always at 1%? So how do you debug the maximizer glitch? You have to reboot your hardware using the Satisficer Protocol. A Satisficer doesn't look for the best, they look for what is good enough. This sounds like settling, doesn't it? But in a world of infinite choices, it is actually the ultimate high-performance strategy. By setting strict physical constraints, like giving yourself only 10 minutes to make a choice, you protect your cognitive RAM. You stop the what-if virus before it can even start. The highest achievers in the world aren't the ones who find the best options. They're the ones who make their choices work. They don't spend their lives searching for the perfect star. They look at the one right above them and decide it's the most beautiful thing they've ever seen. They understand that satisfaction isn't something you find, it's something you manufacture. The tragedy of the modern world is that we've optimized ourselves for more, but we've forgotten how to feel secure. We have infinite choices, but zero certainty. This constant search for the 100-point outcome is a bug in the code that creates a permanent gray zone of effort and dissatisfaction. You're trying to drive the car with the parking brake engaged, wondering why you're smelling smoke. The smoke is your burnout. The solution isn't to find a better car, it's to release the brake. You have to give your brain the all-clear signal by deciding that now is enough. Sovereignty over your life doesn't come from having every option, it comes from having the strength to choose one and forget the rest. As we resolve our open loop, remember this: the people who finally find happiness aren't the ones who found the best version of everything, they're the ones who stopped looking. The reason the 20% richer person is more depressed is because they moved into a world with even more choices and even higher stakes, triggering the maximizer glitch on a massive scale. They climbed the mountain only to find a more expensive version of the same swamp. Stop looking at your life as a series of missed opportunities and start looking at your internal bandwidth as your true wealth. Reclaim your intelligence by giving your brain the space to actually exist in the present. The results are already there, and the success is ready for you. You just have to stop standing in your own way. Your life is the most complex piece of software ever written, but it can only run as fast as the hardware allows. Stop blaming your character for the exhaustion caused by your search for perfection. Understand the circuit, apply the Satisficer Protocol, and take back your sovereignty. Your brain was designed for greatness, but it needs you to stop the simulation. If you're ready to delete the maximizer bug and start living, let's talk in the comments. I'm the Wired Human.